Good morning. Let's begin at the back of the mat in child's pose. Bring your backside to your heels. Stretch out your arms, forehead to the mat. Take a nice big in breath. Exhale, release. Couple more long breaths in your own time. Slide your hands forward a little bit more. Spread your fingers. Lift your wrists. A lovely stretch across the side waist. Flatten your hands into the mat. Keep your fingers spread. Rise up onto your hands and knees. Slide your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Inhale, forehead and tail to the sky. Exhale, round your back, suck your belly button to your spine. And repeat, belly button to the earth, arched back, long neck. Exhale, chin to chest, tail tucked under. One more time with your breath, keep the whole palm planted on the mat, the fingertips. And then come to a neutral spine. Start to draw a circle with your tail. Begin to notice how your body's feeling. Be aware of any stiffness, any clunks, creaking. Inhale for half the circle. And as you next pass through cat pose, let's change in direction. You might notice your head and shoulders making a circle of their own. Back through cat pose and then come to a neutral spine. Walk your hands forward, about a hand's length, spread your fingers, tuck your toes under, and then lift your knees just a little way off the mat. Now suck your belly button up towards your spine and push the floor away so you make your arms long. Your gaze is at the space between your thumbs. Squeeze your glutes together. Press the palms down. Then lift your hips up towards the sky and heels to the back of the mat. Once again, push the mat away, so make your arms longer. Circle your armpits in towards each other, squeeze the buttocks. Now gently begin to walk on the spot, perhaps moving a little slower than feels natural. Bring your feet together. Raise your left leg to the sky. Square up your hips, flex your left foot. And then take your time, bring your left knee forwards, plant the foot and drop the back knee. Rise onto your fingertips, lengthen your neck, inhale. Exhale, take your backside to your heels, curl your toes towards the back of your head. Inhale forwards. exhale back. One more time in your own time. And then just gently take yourself forwards. Make a fist with the right hand. Keep your left hip low and take your left hand up towards the ceiling. Inhale, spread the fingers. Look up towards the left hand. Press the knuckles of your right hand into the mat and lengthen across your right shoulder and your right pec. Now you can stay here or you can bend your back knee and reach for the foot. Bring the heel towards your backside. Gently release. Take your left hand down to the mat and we'll bring the left foot back to meet the right. Keep your toes curled under, backside towards your heels. Spread your fingers, rise up onto your hands and knees and into downward facing dog. Feet are still together and roughly along the center line. This time, tilt your pelvis down just a little bit and suck your belly button in towards your spine. Place the whole palm of both hands on the mat. And raise your right leg. Keep the right foot flexed. Keep pressing the floor away. And then gently bring your right foot forwards. Help it forwards if you need to. Plant the foot. Drop the back knee. Inhale, rise up into a low lunge. Exhale, backside to heel. Toes of your right foot curled towards the back of your head as you drop your chin. This is your warm-up, so take it gently and slowly. Okay, all the way forwards. This time, left fist on the mat. The fingers are facing towards the inside of your right foot. Keep your right hip low. Take your right hand up towards the ceiling. Spread the fingers. And once again, either stay here or bend your left knee. Take hold of the foot. Bring it towards your backside. Looking over your right shoulder. Gently ease your left foot onto the mat. Both hands on the mat now, both palms. Lift your backside and bring your left foot forwards into a soft forward fold. You can have bent knees if you like. Then pull your hands so your fingertips are on the mat and then start to bend and straighten your knees alternately. Keep your gaze in towards your knees so that the back of your neck is lengthening with gravity. And then both knees still. Allow your torso to flop. Bend your knees. Now, if your back's happy for you to roll up vertebra at a time, I'd like you to tilt your pelvis down so your tail's pointing at the space between your heels. Let your arms hang and slowly uncurl. If your back doesn't like that, keep it flat. Swing your arms forwards. Squeeze your glutes. And we'll all meet in standing prayer pose. Hands at your heart. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky, grasp hold of your left wrist, lengthen your left arm by using your right arm to reach it up, and then over to the right. Press both feet down evenly, suck your belly button into the spine, squeeze your glutes. Inhale, Make some length and come back to the center. Take hold of your right wrist. Lengthen and tilt over to the left. Once again, press both feet down evenly. Keep space between your ears and your arms. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, drop your hands down by your sides and take your feet to about hip width. Draw your tailbone down, lengthen your crown up towards the sky, and then drop your chin towards your chest. Draw some gentle semicircles. Breathe in one direction and out in the other. And then if it's okay on your neck today, you can make that into some slow, gentle circles. So you don't need to tip your head back. You're just drawing a circle with your nose in front of you. Change your direction. Keep squeezing the buttocks together. Keep the belly button towards the spine. And then let your head hang down. Keeping your chin as close to your neck as possible. Raise your head until you're upright. Take a nice big in-breath. Raise your arms. Interlace your hands or your fingers. Press your palms up to the sky and reach your arms just that little way behind your ears if possible. Still squeezing your glutes together. If your head's happy, look up towards your knuckles. Take a nice big in-breath. And then following your knuckles with your gaze, start to take your backside backwards and fold forwards with a flat back. Then once you get chest parallel to floor, drop your arms down, take your gaze towards your knees. Lengthen your back. Exhale, fold all the way forwards once more. Clasp your hands at your tail. Press your knuckles up to the sky, straighten your arms. And let your arms make their way to wherever they work or they go to at this point. Do not force your arms. Just let them be where they are. So if they're like an inch off your backside, that's where they're supposed to be. What you need to do is straighten your arms and keep your knuckles reaching away and your hands clasped. Now bring your hands slowly back towards your tail. Let them drop towards the floor. Tempo your hands and start to slowly rise up onto your toes. Now begin to bend your knees and take your backside towards your heels, but keep yourself on your toes if you can. Then take your arms forward, mind your furniture. Lovely long spine. Exhale, drop your hands. Stay on your toes and start to unfold. Drop the heels. Bend your knees, swing your arms all the way up. Inhale, hands together. Exhale, hands to your heart. Step your feet together, big toes touching, heels separate. Tail down, crown up. Inhale, lengthen the front body. Little bit of a bend in the back. Keep squeezing the buttocks. It's a soft bend. Exhale, hands towards the center line. Fold all the way forwards. Bend your knees. Swing your arms up. Inhale, come up with a flat back. Keep squeezing the glutes. Exhale, hands to your heart. And again, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, sweep your arms. Come up with stretched arms, stretched fingers, and hands to your heart. One more time. Lengthen the front body. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Take a big step back with your left foot. Drop the heel. Walk the right foot to the right. Squeeze both feet down. Inhale, rise up. Warrior one. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. And extend the wrists. So this is though you're attempting to get somebody to stop. Inhale, both arms up. And we'll twist in the opposite direction. Once again, extending the wrists. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, drop your hands down. Hop your left foot to the center and sweep your right leg back. Point the toe. Belly button to spine. Lower down slowly, all the way down to the mat. Elbows tucked in towards your body. Relax the feet. Press your abdomen down into the mat and lift up just gently a little way, elbows towards your waist. Exhale, lower down. Toes tucked under. Inhale, rise up slowly, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet together. Raise the left leg for three-legged dog. Step the left foot forward, outside the left hand, and drop your right heel. Swing your arms up. Inhale. Belly button to spine, tail down. Now this time, right hand forward, still extending at the wrists. Look over towards your left shoulder. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, in the opposite direction. The twist is at the waist, not the hips. Both hands up to the sky, and then drop your hands down. Shuffle your left foot to the center. Take your right foot forwards. Forward fold. Then bend your knees. Lengthen your spine and rise up to standing. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, scoop your hands up. Exhale, fold forwards. Bend your knees. This time, big step back, right foot. Drop the heel, warrior one. Walk the left foot to the left. Squeeze your buttocks. Rise up, inhale. Once again, that twist at the waist. Right arm forward. And left arm forward. Keep your hips steady. Reach the right hip forward and the left hip back. Both hands up. And then drop your hands down. Hop your right foot to the center. Take your left foot back. Point the toe. Reach the sole of the foot up. Belly button to spine. And then lower down slowly. Elbows towards your body. All the way down. Float the foot down. Elbows to your waistline. Rise up, low cobra. Exhale, soften. Tuck the toes. Make your way onto your hands and knees. And downward facing dog, feet together. This time, right foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Swing the foot forward, outside the right hand. Drop the left heel. Rise up into warrior one. Once again, tail under crown. As you exhale, extend at the wrists. Left arm forward. Inhale, reach your hands up. And then switching sides. Both hands up. Drop your hands down. Walk your right foot to the center line. Left foot joins. Forward fold. Bend your knees and sweep all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment. Draw the tail down. Separate the vertebrae. So if you imagine your spine as a string of pearls, and you're just lengthening that by separating them slightly. And then with your next in-breath, scoop your hands up. Squeeze the glutes. Arms just slightly behind your ears. Take your gaze towards your hands. Then bring your hands towards your face as you fold forwards. Bend your knees, big step back, left foot. Right foot to the right, swing your hands up, inhale. Once again, left arm forward. Inhale, both arms up. Right arm forward. Both arms up. Take your hands towards your tail, lace your fingers. Reach your knuckles towards the back knee and open out in the chest. So it's as though you're trying to touch your shoulder blades together behind you. Don't need to lift your chin. It goes naturally as you open the chest any further and you're straining. Okay, moving from the hips, start to check your chest forward. Keep the right glute solid, so keep squeezing the right glute. Now press your knuckles up towards the ceiling and look at your back knee. Keep squeezing the right thigh, the right glute. Press the left foot down. Bring your hands back towards your tail and then inhale, reach them up to the ceiling. Exhale, drop them towards the mat. Pop the left foot to the center, sweep the right leg back. This time, bring your right knee in towards your right elbow and then send it back. And now take it towards the outside of the right elbow and back. And then you've guessed it, left elbow all the way back. Now lower down slowly. Float the back foot back and rise up into high cobra if you feel for it. So with a high cobra, elbows still touching the waistline. Separate your collarbones, crown to the sky. So you're looking straight ahead and squeezing your buttocks. Exhale as you lower. Tuck the toes under, rise up onto your hands and knees. And then downward facing dog. Feet together. Left leg to the sky. Sweep it forwards, drop it outside the left hand. Plant the right foot. Swing your arms up. Inhale. Right arm forward first. Back up. And then left arm. Both arms up. Hands towards your tail. Lace your fingers and then swap them so that the other one's in front. Reach your knuckles towards your back knee. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then keep pressing the back foot down. Squeeze the left glute. Torso parallel to the mat and then look at your back knee. Straighten your arms. Press your knuckles up towards the ceiling. And then bring your hands back to your tail. Press the feet down. Inhale, both hands up to the sky. Exhale, drop your hands down. Shuffle your left foot towards the center. Take your right foot to join it. Big toes touching, heels separate. Drop the back side. Swing your arms up either side of your head for chair pose. Tuck your tail under. Suck your belly button into your spine. Lean into your heels. Bring your hands together at your heart. Take a moment. Notice your breath. Okay, let's repeat. Scoop your hands up. Lengthen the front body. A little soft back bend. Exhale, hands to your center line. All the way forwards. Take a big bend in the knees. And this time, right foot back, drop the heel, walk the left foot to the left. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, right arm forward. Inhale, scoop up. And left arm. And scoop up. Hands to your tail. You know what to do. Fold forwards. Chest leading. Gaze towards your back knee. Press your knuckles up. Squeeze both feet down. Squeeze both glutes. Don't let yourself sink into the left thigh. Take your hands down towards the tail and then up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, drop your hands. Shuffle your left foot to the center. Hop your right foot to the center line. Send the left leg back and up to the sky. Okay, this time. Left knee to outside of left elbow. And back. Inside the elbow. And back. inside the right elbow, all the way back. Then shoulders over wrists, lower down, float the foot down, and rise up low or high cobra. All the way to the mat. Tuck your toes, make your way onto your hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Feet together. Raise the right leg, keep your hips steady. Swing your right foot forward, outside the right hand, drop the heel. Both hands to the sky, inhale. Exhale, opening out to the right. Inhale up, opening out to the left. Inhale up. Last time, clasp your hands. Maybe have the other hand dominant or in front. Open the front body. And then moving forwards, squeezing the buttocks. Press your knuckles up to the sky and make sure you're not leaning on your right thigh. Gazes to the back knee. Take your hands towards your tail. Inhale, rise up. Drop the hands down. Walk your right foot to the center line. Left foot joins, big toes touching. Drop the tail. Lift your arms. Belly button to spine. Your tail's pointing towards the space between your heels. Your gaze is somewhere off in the distance. Bring your hands to your heart and stand. Inhale, scoop your hands up. Exhale, fold forwards. Bend your knees. Take your left foot back as far as it'll go. Walk your right foot slightly to the right. So we'll take a high lunge. Slight bend to the back knee. Arms up to the sky. You can lace the fingers and keep the index fingers pointing. Take your arms behind your ears. Reach your left heel back and take your gaze, if you're feeling sassy today, towards your hands. Exhale, drop your hands down to the mat. Hop your left foot to the center. Scoop your right foot back. Take your shoulders over your wrists. Now, if you like, Chaturanga Dandasana, or you can do what we've been doing, just lower straight down. So for Chaturanga, your shoulders are level with your elbows, and push forwards and swoop into upward facing dog. Lengthen your crown to the sky. And then make your way into downward facing dog. Feet together, raise the left leg. This time, split dog. So we'll point the toe, bend the knee, point your knee up towards the sky, and try and touch your right buttock with your left heel. Your wrists and shoulders need to feel even here. Rise onto the toes of the right foot and drive your left foot forwards. Just slightly to the left of the center line. Your right foot slightly right. Rise up, high lunge. Lacing your hands, maybe have the other finger in front. Reach your right heel back. Take your arms behind your head. And once again, if you feel for it, look up towards your hands. Relax your forehead. Take your hands down towards the mat. Ooh, I'm going over. Left foot to the center, right foot joins. Forward fold. Bend your knees. Sweep your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Scoop your hands up. Lovely long front body. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, right foot back this time, ready for high lunge. Slight bend to the back knee, reach your right heel back. Lace your fingers. You know what to do here. Don't lose sight of what your core is doing. Squeeze your glutes, suck your belly button to your spine. And drop your hands down. Right foot to the center line, left leg sweeps back. And then make your way into your back bend in your own way, your preferred way. and into your downward facing dog. Feet together. Raise the right leg. Point the toe, bend the knee. Point your knee up towards the ceiling so your hip opens, and try and touch your right heel towards your back glute, your left glute. Keep your wrists and your shoulders even. Rise onto the toes of the left foot. Take your right knee forwards. Plop your foot down, ready for high lunge. Drop both hands down. Hop your left foot to the center. Forward fold. Bend your knees. Make your way up to standing. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Bring your feet together. Inhale, lengthen the front body. Exhale, fold forwards. Bend your knees, big step back, left foot, this time warrior two. So we drop the heel, both heels lined up as though they were aligned down the middle of your mat and your heels were on them. Once in warrior two, check your pose, open your hips, tail down, crown up, belly button to spine. Straighten the front leg, almost completely. Suck in the quad, the thigh. Turn your palms. Reach to the top of the mat and then take your right arm to just in front of your right knee. Take your left hand to the sky and open out in the side waist. So you're really opening across the left side of your body. If you feel strong, you can look up towards your left hand. Then the front knee, come back to warrior two. Reach forward and take your right hand, so aiming to get it to the floor behind your right leg. But make sure that you can stay strong in the hips. So it's, for flexible people, to soften and sink in is quite easy. So try and keep that tight and strong and do it slowly. If you can't reach the floor and you've got blocks, use those. If that's not available, forearm to thigh. Keep reaching the left arm away and look up towards the left hand. Relax your forehead, but squeeze your glutes. Take a nice long in-breath. Exhale, drop your left hand to the floor. Hop the left foot to the center line. Guess what? Right foot to the sky. And chaturanga, or lower down, or skip it if you need to, into your back bend. And from there to downward facing dog. Feet together. Raise the left leg. We'll just take a three-legged dog here. And bring your left foot forwards, ready for warrior two. So straight through the center line, drop your right heel, open out. Squeeze your buttocks together. Straighten the front leg, turn your palms. Reach forwards and tilt. The object of this pose is not to touch the floor with the lower hand, but to open the side waist. If you are such that you can touch the floor while opening the side waist, that's great. But for most of us, it doesn't happen the first time around. Bend the front knee, open out warrior two. Brilliant. Now reach forward once again. Take your back hand to the mat. You can be on fingertips, fist, palm, or whatever blocks you have, or left forearm to left thigh. Take your right arm open, and now really concentrate on opening the right side waist. Squeeze your left glute under. Press the outside edge of your right foot to the mat. Your gaze here is towards your right palm, if that's okay on your neck. Drop your right hand slowly, slowly. Hop your right foot to the center. Bring your left foot back. Point the toe. Shoulders over wrists. Chaturanga Dandasana. All the way up. Tuck your toes under. Downward facing dog. Raise your right leg to the sky. Swing the foot forwards. Drop the left heel. Open out warrior two. Brilliant. Squeeze the glutes. Straighten the front leg. Reach forward and tilt. Looking up towards the left hand. Bend the front knee. Warrior two. Reach forward. Drop your right hand. Remember not to sink into the right hip. Take the left arm over. So that right hip is working really hard. Now we'll just pivot gently, drop your left hand and take your left foot forwards. Bend your knees and swing your arms all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Wonderful. Okay. Take your hands to your hips, and I'm feeling a bit close to my furniture, so I'm going to take a step back. Feel free to do so for a standing balance. We'll take called Archer. It's got lots of names. Standing bow, the dancer. We'll bend the left knee, keeping the knees in alignment. Take hold of the left foot. Now, if to do that, you have to open your hip, then do that. Bring the knees back in alignment. So you can hold outside the foot or inside the foot or the toes. So you choose what feels nicest to you. But do the same on both sides. Take your right palm forwards. And if you like, join the thumb and the index finger. Now gently begin to lift your back knee. Just lifting the knee as far as it will comfortably go, and hold the ball. Really important not to open your hip here. But try and keep your hips square. And then lean forwards gently. Keep the left hip closed. Bend the right knee slightly and take yourself all the way back to standing. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Both hands to your hips. Let's do the same on the other side. So your big toes are touching. Right foot back. Bend the knee. Take hold of the foot. Adjust your grip. Take your left arm forwards. Now send the knee back. Your torso stays pretty much upright. Then start to move from the hip. Then once you're in position, you might find you can send your foot up just a little higher, but really focus on keeping the right hip level with the left. Now we'll come up very slowly. Hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take a forward fold. Okay, crow pose or crow pose prep. Walk your feet so that they're just behind your hands. So for this pose, you can either bend your elbows and make a shelf with your elbows, in which case your feet need to be slightly further back, and lean into just the back of just above your elbows. I personally find that uncomfortable. I find it easier to get my knees into my armpits and then lean in. Now, wherever you choose, just start with one leg. Just lift one leg. Make sure the whole palm of the hands and the fingertips are really gripping. So maybe your fingertips look a bit white. That's the thing that's going to stop you face planting. One leg at a time. And maybe if you feel for it, raise both legs. Keep gripping with the fingertips. Okay, let's slowly lower the feet. And then walk them the width of the mat. Drop your tail. Get your hands together. Use your hands to open your elbows. You might drop your tail a little bit more length than your spine. I'm going to turn to face you for this. So flexible folks will find this easy and they'll be able to get their bum to the floor. And if you're flexible, this doesn't feel like it's doing very much. So if that's you, lift your bum up so that now you're working the strength in the thighs, the knees, the hips. If your heels are off the mat, that's fine. Make your spine long. Okay, let's lower down now. Drop your left hand. Take your right hand up to the ceiling. And look up towards the right hand. And take your right hand down. Take the left hand up. And all the way down. Okay, so I'll swivel around in a glamorous style. All right, lean into your hands. Take one leg back at a time. Plank pose. And from there into downward facing dog. Big toes touching. Raise your left leg, point the toe. Bring your shoulders over your wrists and take your left knee to the mat behind your left wrist. Drop the shin and slide your right foot back. Onto your fingertips, lift your crown. Now, if you've got a flexible body and it's in your practice, feel free to reach for the back foot. You can either take mermaid pose, so connecting the left arm with left hand with right, or if you wanted to go into king pigeon. Try not to ping the way I just did. Slowly lower yourself down. Lengthen the back. Take your hands either side of your head. Rise up, lean into the left hip. Swing your right leg round. We'll practice stacking logs, fire logs, double pigeon. Drop your right heel above the left knee and really flex the foot and extend the toes towards your shin. Do the same with the left leg and then aim to lower your right knee towards your left heel. Then you can take your hands behind you, reach for your wrists or your elbows or reverse prayer. Okay, release the hands, release the legs. Boat pose, long spine. So you can start with your knees bent if you like, toes and knees level, hands alongside your body. You can stay there or you can lift your legs. The idea is to try and keep your chest as close to your thighs as you can. So make sure you're not leaning in your lower back. You're on your, in yoga we call it sit bones. I'm losing my voice, I need water. So just lengthen. If you're on your sit bones, there'll be a little battle with gravity going on, and that's the strength building. Okay, let's cross the legs. Roll onto your knees. Step back into plank pose, high plank. Feet together, inhale, rise up into downward facing dog. Raise the right leg and bring your right knee forward to just outside your right wrist. And the left leg back. Onto your fingertips. So you might stay here. You might take mermaid pose. So you reach for your left foot and you slide it into the crook of your left elbow and take your right arm up and connect. Alternatively, if you've got a strong back bend, don't do this if you've got back injury. You take hold of the big toe and swivel your arm around. The aim is to not ping out of it. Okay, now we'll all take ourselves forward. Forehead to the mat. Walk your hands either side of your head, rise up slowly. Swing your left leg round. Both feet flexed. Left heel just above right knee. And then take your hands behind you, grab your wrists, your elbows, or reverse prayer. The point of this is to open up the collarbones. So if you're grasping your wrists, make sure that the collarbones are wide. Okay, slowly release. Release your legs. Let's take boat pose again, just for fun. So we'll start knees and toes level. Before you raise your arms, take your chest just that little bit further towards your thighs. And get your arms forwards. Then, just like a boat bobbing on the waves, the balance begins. Let's start to straighten the legs. Try and keep your back as flat as you can. Okay, cross the ankles. Roll forwards and just shuffle yourself towards the top of the mat so that your big toes are touching the top of the mat. Reach forwards and roll backwards slowly. So that just like you're laying a very precious carpet down on the floor. I'm supporting my head because I've got this hair clip that means I can't lay my head down. But you can have your feet together and your arms by your sides. Then bring your right knee towards your chest and take hold of it with your hands and squeeze it in. And take your right knee over to the left. Support your head once again. And keep your right shoulder on the mat as you turn to the right. Now don't go intensely here, just go gently. And slowly return. Straighten out the right leg. Let's do the same on the other side. Squeeze your left shin in. And then gently take it over to the right. Roll onto your back. I have to move my clip. Hands by your sides. Palms facing up. Shuffle and wiggle and do whatever you need to do to feel like your back's flat on the mat. And take a nice big in-breath through your nose. As you exhale, release any tensions. And do that twice more in your own time. Feel free to stay here in Shavasana as long as you wish, or if you need to move on with your day. Carefully make your way up to sitting. Bring your hands to your hearts, close your eyes, and take a moment of gratitude for something, anything that you wish to be grateful for in this moment. Thank you for joining me. Feel free to watch us as many times as you like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.